clip about how Pinocchio, the Disney movie, had predicted like this island that Jeffrey Epstein was on.
There's all sorts of sexual references in many Disney movies.
Bring in the boys to Pleasure Island, and then he starts whispering what happens to the boys. Watch it. Ooh.
Now, Coachman, what's your proposition? How would you blokes like to make some real money? Well, and who do we have to, No, nothing like that. I'm collecting stupid little boys. Stupid little boys? You know, the disobedient ones what play hooky from school. And I takes them to Pleasure Island. Ah, Pleasure Island. Pleasure Island? But the law, suppose they... No, there's no risk. They never come back as boys.
Jesus Christ.
What is that?
It's so creepy. And they're not going to kill him.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No. You want to make real money.
That is Joe Rogan's response of Jesus Christ is exactly everyone's, and I don't think it's a term Jesus Christ. Like everyone's hoping Jesus is real because that is creepy as all hell. Please help us, because he honestly kind of resembles Jeffrey Epstein. Like he has like the white hair. You know, he's a little bit fatter than Epstein was, but like it has this allure, not allure, but like this, like he pulls out the big thing of gold coins, and it's kind of exactly what they portray this island to be. You know, is where they just brought these.
I have a couple questions just off of the top of the video because I don't think I'm as informed as on it as maybe some. Do we know, like he says, like, do you want to make real money? How does making real money, like, how does that relate to this situation? Like, how is, like, Bill Clinton making real money via this scenario?
No, this is him not talking to the people he's entertaining at Pleasure Island. He's talking about the people to go grab the boys and girls to bring to Pleasure Island to entertain his guests. So the wolf or whoever this is in the video is not, you know, Clinton or whoever might have been going.
Okay.
It's just like the middleman to grab these kids.
Like his gal, Ghislaine,
exactly.
or whatever?
Ghislaine, I'd be like a Ghislaine type person. So
okay, and here's just a follow-up question. Neither of you may have the answer to this. How the fudge does this relate to? Is this in the story of Pinocchio? where does this drop in to that child's storyline?
I think it was talking about kind of scaring kids into being like bad and like lying. The Pinocchio nose gets bigger. Like you tell the truth. You be a good boy. You don't have to go to this mysterious devil Pleasure Island. The only thing that I had the question on, and I know you both don't have the answers, but why was it called Pleasure Island?
Did he call it that? Did Jeffrey Epstein call it Pleasure Island?
Not that I know of.
Oh, okay.
But why in Pinocchio was it called? I don't remember Pleasure Island. It's a weird name.
Yeah, why not Fun Island? Why is it got to be pleasure?
And then the wolf in the thing. I don't know if it's a wolf, a fox, whatever it is. But they are like, oh, Pleasure Island, and then he's like, oh, what's going? You know, apparently this Pleasure Island place is not what people think it might be. Based off the two reactions, really creepy video. All in all.
Okay, so Pinocchio seems to. Okay, The Adventures of Pinocchio was written by an Italian writer, Carlo Collodi, in Tuscany in 1883. So this dates back. Now, obviously, they can change things up. I briefly saw that it looked like 1940 was the original Disney children's novel, 1936. There seems to be a variety of... I don't know additions, or I can't think of the word, but The Boy Pinocchio 2002. I know it's earlier than that, but there seems to be a bunch of different iterations to it that could have, that might not have been in the original script. It might have been. We also know, I showed this to Patrick last night, that in the Little Mermaid, the cover has a lot of phallic symbols in the castle tucked behind the Little Mermaid, and also during the wedding ceremony, the priest has an egregious erection, and I think there's all sorts of sexual references and like really sus references in many Disney movies, which is like
It's like
they're doing something weird. I mean, the priest for sure is aroused.
yes, it's almost like Easter eggs for the adults watching the movies.
Yeah, but that's a weird Easter egg. Why not put
Exactly.
I think in the Lion King, in the clouds, like it spells out sex at some point or something like that.
There's so many of these that I know all the ones you're referencing. I've seen them on the internet, but I've never actually gone back and watched them and like confirmed. I feel like a lot of people run with like, oh, I saw this on the internet. Pretty easy.
Well,
to
we looked at
Photoshop
the
that
clip
stuff.
yesterday of the
We
Little
saw the
Mermaid
clip on the internet.
on YouTube. On YouTube.
Yeah,
on
we're not
YouTube.
saying like the disc or whatever the VHS tape that we had from the Little Mermaid does that have that in there as well.
Yeah.
Because as TiVo has pointed out, it's very easy to kind of fudge that. Although I also think, based off the internet, we probably would see something. No, this wasn't real.
Yeah.
And that would also come up.
Well, there's a bigger
so-
discussion around, entertainment, Hollywood, and, signing your soul over to the devil is like, with whether it's a Disney story.
You want to talk about clickable.
Or, yeah, it's clickable, but like the Sam Smith just went through it with his tour. He did his world tour, opened up a couple weeks ago, and he has some really, I think they advertised his show is for, 10 years and up or something is advertised, maybe even younger than that if you bring a parent. Like some shows are you have to be 18 to buy a ticket or you have to be a certain age. His is kind of all ages, and he's jumping on stage in his underwear on a cross and devil horns. Oh, yeah, you didn't see this?
No.
You know what I'm talking about? Hold on.
This is new. This is news to me.
I believe it's Sam Smith. Sam Smith, devil.
I saw a lot of stuff about
no.
Rihanna at the Super Bowl.
Yep. And then that one dude.
He did it at the Grammys.
the gay black guy,
Lil Nas.
Lil Nas. He does some satanic stuff too.
Yeah,
doesn't he?
exactly. So this was at the Grammys.
Wow.
He's not
then-
trying to hide Satan stuff.
Going right for it.
So yeah, I just interesting. There's a big pushback, not big, but like I don't know, online movement against entertainment in general, and what stuff are they putting out, whether it's today or Pinocchio from 25 years ago. So it's always been a topic.
Yeah, listen. I mean, I don't remember. It's I like these are the type of things I like to go back and ask, like my father and the older generations. Even I mean, just to find out. Like one thing that we always talk about when it comes to like, when all those riots were happening after George Floyd and things were like burning down, and I honestly felt, and one of the reasons why a lot of moderate people, whether on the left or right, just are like super against Trump, is because there was so much division. And it's like, well, listen, that was too much for us. And so like I like to ask my dad that stuff. My dad's like 72 years old, 73 years old, and I like to go back and ask him, hey, were there times like this during when you were growing up? And he always says, like, yeah, it's a lot like Vietnam. Like there were so many riots, people hated it. Like there's always these things that people think, oh, now this is the end of the world. Jesus. But maybe it's not as bad as it was.
So like here's this video. This is his tour. So this is the tour, all ages tour.